Not one, not even two, but $9 billion will be liquidated if Bitcoin crashes towards $61,000 at the time when we are at this major resistance. There is so many over-leveraged long positions in the market. Can they survive and can the Bitcoin move from here towards $93,000? Let's analyze. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Samo from My Crypto Paradise, and right now we will start with analyzing what's going on behind the scenes. Let me show you some important data. Right now let's take a look at our insider order book suite, where we can analyze the amount and difference between the sell limit orders and buy limit orders. Let's see what was happening previously. Right now we are in this market structure, bearish market structure for months. Let's see what was always happening at the highs, where everybody was screaming for new all-time high coming right here, and of course right here and right here as well. What these local tops had in common wasn't only the extremely bullish sentiment, but also the difference between buy limit and sell limit orders. So as you can see right here, for example, the order book suite went to negative, let me see how much exactly, negative minus 860. There were so many sell limit orders and not enough buying liquidity anymore that the market dropped afterwards, right? Then some accumulation happened. These white peaks basically means more buy limit orders instead of sell limit orders, and that marked the local bottom. Let's take a look at the other major top. The same thing, right? We have went to minus 450. That was enough. We have experienced a drop. Some minor accumulation went on board. However, let's take a look at this top again. The sell limit orders precede the buy limit ones, and we have went back into our zigzag price action. The same happened right here. The same happened right here. And the same thing is happening right now at $68,000. At the moment we are at negative 669. So there is way more sell limit orders being filled at these current market prices, and there is just not enough buy limit orders. This is an indication for us to be cautious, because it is a clear sign that somebody is distributing at these prices. Does it mean that we need to smash the red button right away? No, this is not how a professional trading works. It just adds up to the probabilities that continuation higher from here towards $93,000, which is our ultra high time frame top, as you know, is less likely. Not only because some distribution is going on at these levels, but also take a look at these sell limit orders that yet were not filled. This is worth $1 billion each of them, and look at how massive they are. They are all the way up towards $90,000. So smashing through this, we would need some real powerful buying power, which is just not yet in the market. At the same time, below us there is almost nothing. You see how thin the liquidity walls are? So still making profit on a downside is just coming with much better potential at these prices. Let's take a look on Bitcoin on 4-hour time frame. This is our medium time frame analysis chart. You can see that we are still in a nice bull trend right here on a medium time frame. With Paradise Family VIPs, we are still in our quick Bitcoin long position right here from $64,000. We have placed our buy limit order right here, and right now we are waiting for our last sell target to be hit. After we have taken our profit at $68,000, we still have one target to be hit at $69,800. However, we are playing it safe. Our trade is already secured with stop loss at break even. We are managing our trade positions as a professionals, and we are getting aggressive only when the probabilities are on our side. We are playing it very safe right now, because we understand that even though we can go towards $69,800 and hit our last sell target, we are very aware of that situation of over leveraged long positions in the market right now. I will be coming back to this liquidation map and analyzing for you the bullish side and also the bearish side, but first let me finish on our medium time frame analysis, because this bullish trend from around $62,000 is very nice. However, it is not really strong, is it? Because look at the volume. The volume is decreasing. On MACD indicator we have this bearish cross already, so the momentum is going away. No real buying pressure on spot exchanges is behind this. Everybody is talking about the ETFs. You know already from the previous videos that ETFs is actually retail money, right? You can buy ETF on Robinhood. Robinhood is a retail exchange, alright? BlackRock, he actually actually is just this provider for the retail. So the retail that doesn't know how to buy Bitcoin and hold it themselves, BlackRock is doing it for them. But BlackRock is not the one that is risking their wealth into Bitcoin. And I'm not saying like investing in Bitcoin is bad. Me, myself, I have loads of Bitcoin because I trust in it from the long-term perspective, right? We have been recommending our Paradise VIPs to be accumulating and saving in hardware wallets since years ago. I'm just saying that BlackRock is not the one that is putting their eggs into the crypto basket just yet. So all this talk on social media about how ETF is so bullish on Bitcoin is made by people that doesn't really understand what's going on, right? So anyway, based on our data, there is no real volume behind this move from a spot exchange. It is all driven by futures, which is borrowed money, and that just adds up to our probabilities. It works like an indicator that the move higher with this kind of base created by leverage is not that sustainable, right? For a short confirmation and going aggressive on this short position side with Paradise VIPs, we need to have loads of confirmations in confluence to each other. It's like a professional poker. Most of the cards you fold, the same way professional traders don't play most of the trades, right? So you fold, then you get a great cards. You also have some read on other players and you bet some money, right? Because then, after all, after you have a great cards and you have a read on other people, the probabilities are more on your side, right? So you have the edge. Now you can bet some money. And as the probabilities increases, more cards are being shown on the table. You can risk more because you can calculate the probabilities, right? And the same way we operate like a professional traders. We get the data, we have many indications, and because we have the best information other traders even don't know about, we can make much better calculated decisions, right? So from a technical perspective, just another indicator that can help us to get the probabilities more on our side is just a cross below this moving average. I've been already talking about this in the previous video. It didn't happen yet. You can see that we are still creating higher lows and higher highs. So this is a bullish trend. However, once we cross below this moving average trend line, the bullish trend will start to diminish, right? And once we cross below this previous low, it will be another confirmation. And then, because we also understand the macro, what's going on behind the scenes, we know the bullish movement is kinda artificial, we can make a pretty nice trade, right? Towards a short side. And as I have said in the intro, the liquidation cascade can end up at around $61,000, then there is no liquidity anymore. And as you can see, it nicely works with our support zone, which I have been sharing with you in the previous video as well. But we need to wait for all of these confirmations first. Let's take a look on daily chart. As you can see, we are trying to reclaim our major higher time frame resistance, but as I have been speaking, to turn this resistance into support, we need to start creating some kind of a base above it. For that, we will be using a confirmation from our lower time frame and ultra low time frame analysis. So right now you can see that we are breaking below this descending triangle. That is not very bullish. We will need to see some very nice double bottom formation with a solid foundation without creating any bearish divergences, and then it will confirm for us that below us there is a strong support below which we can place a nice stop loss and create some beautiful risk to reward trade where we place our stop loss very tight to the current market price and our profit can be as wide as possible, right? However, creating some nice trade opportunities because of what we know from the sell walls perspective above us, etc., is just not yet possible. So we need again also for some nice bullish movement opportunity, wait for some more confirmations, right? At the same time, there is a little bit more confluence for a bearish side is another creation of a rising wedge pattern. As you can see, this pattern you have already seen from us months ago. Again, it was in an ABC formation, corrective Elliott wave pattern, right? Then again, ABC. And now we are creating one more. This is a very slow ascending trend line. I absolutely agree with that, but still it is a rising wedge pattern and it is bearish formation, unfortunately. Let me take a look at our MCP free school, which you can take a look and learn more about how to trade these patterns like a professional on our website mycryptoparadise.com. And you can see when we are in this slope ascending trend line and creating higher lows together with higher highs and coming from a previous downtrend, there's a higher probability that once we are about to have some next big movement, it will be more likely to the downside. But again, are you creating a short positions from here? No, you need to wait for more confirmations to make the best calculated trading decisions. This is how we can be profitable for 8 years, right? We are only taking the best trades possible with absolutely amazing professional money management to stay protected and long-term grow our wealth. We are not here to get rich quick like everyone else who suddenly end up in few years losing everything. We are here for the long-term ride. We know how the proper trading works. We know how easy it is to make money in this market. We know how easy it is to lose money. So we need to operate much more smartly. Let me analyze the liquidation right now, the liquidation heat map. As you can see on the short side, there is so much over leveraged long positions. On a short side, however, not really much short positions if I compare it to the current long position. So this is not only tells you what is driving the movement upwards, but also the current sentiment at the market right when we are trying to overcome the major resistance. And this is never a great sign. When the majority is so bullish and so FOMO at the high prices, it is never a great sign for multiple reasons. First off is that there is no solid foundation below us. This move is not created by some solid fresh money inflow. That's the first thing, which is decreasing the probability of a continuation. Another one is that because there is so many long positions, what does it mean when the price starts to move higher? It means that all these retail people will finally make some profit and they will be taking profits and closing their trades very emotionally, right? And what happens when a futures long positions is closed? It automatically opens a short position because the contract is closed. So under these conditions, moving the price higher and for the market makers to make some money on the move higher, it's gonna be very hard. If you also understand that there is so many sell walls above us, if you understand that the distribution is going on at these levels because the sell limit orders are exceeding the buy limit orders, it just comes together that from a long-term perspective, buying here at these levels some fresh long positions is not such a great idea, right? Of course, you can get lucky, we can have some new money inflow and the market can keep going to the upside, but the probabilities from the current market perspective are so low that if you will be taking these trades for multiple times over the years, you will just get wrecked, right? It is not a clever trading system to do. Anyway, let's take a look at our weekly time frame. Weekly time frame can give us some confirmations, some further ones. You already know that we are in this ABC motive cycle that will lead us towards $93,000 as our final ultra high time frame target. You know that we have been accumulating Bitcoin at these levels when everybody else was calling for lower prices. We have been absolutely bullish right here, so we are holding it very nicely because we have saw this pattern very early on. We had this luxury to move this towards the end of C wave right here. Then we knew we are hitting this major resistance and it is a great time to go and approach the trading with a bearish strategy, right? So we have shifted into bearish strategies also in Paradise VIPs, and we have been doing very great for these months. We have been doing very well. But now, because we understand it goes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the final wave will stop at $93,000, we want to be right in this fifth wave, aren't we? But we need to have some confirmation. So if the weekly will be able to manage and close above $71,000, it will be a great confirmation that we can get rid of this supply, that we can destroy absolutely this resistance, and then we will go back into our bullish strategy. What does it mean? That if we will get rid of this supply zone, we will be able to close a weekly candle which is in 1 day above $71,000, we start with Paradise VIPs, approach the market again with a bullish strategy. What does it mean? Very easily said, it means that we will be just buying the dips. We will be focusing on buying the dips. So every correction we will buy, right? And then as we will be grinding higher, we will be focusing on selling at the local tops. The absolutely different strategy is the opposite than what we have been doing since the end of the C wave, right? So the weekly time frame can give us a great additional indication that yeah, we are about to start the final impulsive move towards $93,000. But are we there yet? Are we there yet, ladies and gentlemen? No, we are just below this resistance. I told you we need to get rid of it, and then we can make some great bullish trading decisions and professional trade setups. As always, I will keep you absolutely updated. If you are ready to start trading like a professional, I will see you in Paradise VIP, or just join our free Telegram channels. If you are good to trade on yourself with our insights, trade safe, protect your wealth, and I will see you next time. Cheers.